So game one is in the books, and it was a little rough. If you're a Mavericks fan, at least. If you're a Thunder fan, you're probably really happy right now, and I hate you for that. But from the Mavericks perspective, which is the one I have, because I'm a Mavericks fan, and that's kind of what this whole video is going to be about, then you're probably feeling one of two perspectives right now. These are the two things that I think you'd probably be feeling if you want the Mavericks to win this series. The first one is, oh shoot, Luka's hurt, Luka's not Luka, and we're screwed. And the second one is a little more optimistic. It's like, well, we lost. The Thunder really pulled away in the fourth quarter there, but for a lot of that game, we were pretty much in that game until the fourth quarter, where the Thunder absolutely blew us out of the water. So if Luka just plays like Luka, we have a pretty good shot. We're going to be in good shape. Now, that's the perspective that I want to subscribe to, but at the same time, I kind of feel like it's the less likely of the two. Because, watching Luka play out there, it was pretty clear that he's not feeling 100%. This injury is really slowing him down. I think it's his, I don't know which knee it was. I forget. But, his knee's really slowing him down. He said he was in pain, like the pain level hasn't gone down. So 2 days, is one and a half days, really going to make all that much of a difference. It could, maybe, but it's not something that I'm banking on, I'm not like certain that he's going to be feeling better. This is something that we really have no idea about. So if we're going into this game, or if the Mavericks are going into this game without Luka being 100%, and you're kind of knowing that he's not going to be 100%, what are some ways that they could use Luka in a positive way, even though he's not fully himself right now? Now, I was kicking around this idea a little bit, and, Luka, I think people disrespect his defense a little too much sometimes. He's not that bad of a defender when he's, fully healthy, but especially right now. But he's definitely not a great defender by any means. And especially right now with his bad knee, he is not good on defense. He's not good on defense at all. So what can you do to get positives out of Luka on offense while he's playing this badly? And one of the things that I think about is kind of playing him off ball a little bit with Kyrie as the primary guard, having Luka in the weak side corner. And hopefully you can get some kickouts to Luka, and he can either maybe get some open looks, or he can swing the ball, because, Luka, even if he's missing shots right now, he kind of commands respect on the three-point line, and he might be able to get some good swings to an open teammate, or hopefully he'll be able to get some easy shots, get something going. Another way I think you could use Luka a little bit is kind of try to get him some post-ups, let him try to score out of the post a little bit, or facilitate that way. Watching Luka, I think he's actually a really good post player, whether he's trying to score or pass out of the post to get his teammates good looks. I think those are two ways you could kind of try to jumpstart Luka when he's not feeling 100% like he wasn't in game one. But even if the Mavericks do those things, and even if they work out fairly well, if Luka's not playing at 100%, I really don't see them having a great chance in this series. Because in my mind, the Mavericks are already fighting a little bit of an uphill battle against the Thunder. Like, just looking at the team, the Thunder are a better team. They were the number one seed in the West. So they literally were a better team this season. And then if Luka's not playing like Luka, how much of a chance do they really have against the Thunder, And in game one, the Mavericks had a lot of turnovers, which is unusual for the Mavericks. They're usually one of the best teams at not turning the ball over. And I think a big part of that is Luka not being 100%, because Luka doesn't commit a lot of turnovers. And he has the ball in his hands a lot. Like, a lot. But, him not feeling 100%, him not playing up to his full capacity, he's going to commit more turnovers. And the Thunder are one of the best teams in the league at forcing turnovers, so I already expected that the Mavericks would have more turnovers than usual against the Thunder. But, Luka not being himself just kind of piles onto that. And usually where you want to kind of negate that as a factor against the Thunder is on the rebounds. And, early in the game, there were times where it felt like the Mavericks were kind of commanding the glass, keeping the Thunder from getting rebounds. But as the game went on, they completely got out-rebounded by the Thunder. The Thunder started getting offensive rebounds, defensive rebounds that turned into fast breaks, and it was all falling apart for the Mavericks in the fourth quarter and late in the game. So obviously those are some things that the Mavericks need to tighten the screws on at least a little bit. They need to at least be even in rebounding with the Thunder. I'm sure they can overall out-rebound them in most of these games. It varies from game to game. No game is the same. I'm sure the Mavericks will win the rebounding battle in some of these games, but they need to make sure they're not getting killed on the glass like they did in game one. And then, there's the turnovers. And obviously, turnovers are always going to be a problem playing against the Thunder, but they need to at least mitigate that problem and keep it to a minimum as much as they can, or else this is really going to be a tough series. Now, everything Luka aside, I think we all know that if Luka's not playing like Luka, this series might be a lost cause. But one of the other things I wanted to talk about was Tim Hardaway Jr. And it sucks because I've been a big Tim Hardaway Jr. fan his whole career. But I'm not going to lie. When I saw him get into the game, I was like, shoot, Tim Hardaway's playing? And I feel bad for that because, I like Tim Hardaway. He has a lot of good games sometimes, but also he has some really bad games sometimes. And he's not someone that I necessarily trust to be a consistent player in the playoffs. Now, I'm not saying he shouldn't get any minutes. I think you'd probably give him a couple minutes early on, see if he can get going, see if he gets hot. And then maybe if the other team's kind of pulling away and no one else on the court's really getting anything going, he might be someone you put in, try to see if he can get some shots up, make some shots, and get the offense kind of started, But as far as just consistent long minutes, regardless of whether he's making shots or not, he's not someone that I want in the game necessarily. Despite him drawing a lot of charges, he draws a lot of charges, he is not a great defender. And the fact that he played, I think, more than double the amount of minutes that Dante Exum played, that also kind of strikes me as kind of weird. Whenever Dante Exum was on the court, whether he's hitting shots or not, I feel like he's playing good basketball. If Tim Hardaway's not making shots, it's very rare that I feel like he's playing good basketball. It's very rare that I feel like Tim Hardaway is playing well when he's not making shots. And as much as I love Tim, I don't think he should be playing as much as he did when he's not hitting shots. But yeah, we'll see what happens later in the game tonight. Daniel Gafford was really good. Hopefully we get more of that. Hopefully Lively can step up a little bit. He played fine. I think he got a little rattled out there. He's a rookie. It happens. So hopefully he can kind of settle into his role a little bit, play good defense, do his thing. Chet's a problem. Chet's going to be a problem for us. I think we just need to hope he doesn't play great. He's going to block shots. He's going to hit threes. Hopefully he doesn't hit threes, I guess, is what we can hope for. But this is going to be a tough series. And it all kind of depends on whether Luka can be Luka. And it's not looking like a certainty right now. So we'll see what happens, right? But anyways, yeah, guys, I'm going to be dialed in tonight watching the Mavericks. Hopefully they can get game 2. And I'll see you guys later. Peace.